Hey Walker, how
What's
are
up,
you?
Haley? I'm good.
Good. Thanks for doing this video with me.
Of course.
Super nice of you. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the DR trip that both of us went on this spring break.
Heck yeah.
So how long were you gone?
We were gone 7 days, I think. Traveled the first, I'm not sure, it was like all day traveling pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up having to go we drove to Dallas, flew from DFW to Georgia, and then flew from Georgia to San Domingo, and then drove from San Domingo to Jarabacoa, or
Oh,
Bonao
wow.
first.
Yeah.
And then we got to Bonao. We stayed in Bonao for 2 nights, and then we went to Jarabacoa, the Young Life camp, and then we stayed there for the rest of the trip. And then after that, we traveled all the way back.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Was the traveling kind of difficult, or did you enjoy that?
So it's tricky. I like traveling. I like really long car rides, especially with people.
Yeah.
So that was really fun. We've done a Young Life trip where we went all the way to South Carolina. We just drove straight there. That was a lot of fun because you got folks in the car and you're talking. It's really fun. And but plane travel and getting on a plane and going and then getting off the plane and having to get on another one, it's just not as comfortable as a car. You know, there's a certain etiquette on a plane. You can't do it. You gotta sit here and pretend like you're somebody. You know, it's like in a car with your boys. It's not like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally understand that. So, tell me a little bit about your time in Bonao.
So in Bonao, great question. I went on this trip last year.
Mm-hmm.
There was about 6 or 7 of us that were returners, and we went and stayed with the same people we stayed with last year.
Oh, cool.
So we got to the airport, hugged their necks, knew who they were. We got to Bonao, and it's funny, they people that the weather's perfect year round.
Mm-hmm.
So we stayed in this little tiny house. It's big enough for everybody to hang out indoors, a kitchen, and then 2 spaces to have beds, and then a bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
So we spent most of our time hanging out outside and in this little patio area, and we just slept inside at night. But we hung out. We did club there. Everything was in Spanish. So that was kind of cool. It was cool to see how they did it compared to how we do it here.
Yeah.
And we went into the city and did contact work, which basically where we're meeting kids where they are and we're inviting them to club. And it was one of the things that was really cool. We had the language barrier. Obviously, I don't speak Spanish, or not fluently at least.
Oh,
So I brought this Rubik's cube, and I was telling my buddy who can speak Spanish, I was all right, tell these kids, ask them if I can solve this, will they come tonight to our event?
Mm-hmm.
And they were heck yeah, there's no way this white boy's gonna solve this. And I was just, solved it real quick, and then they came that night. So that was really rewarding. But
That's
now it was
awesome.
a cool story, yeah.
Yeah. So what was that your favorite part, you'd say, of Bonao?
It's hard to say one specific thing. I think the community as a whole, and just seeing those people that I haven't seen in a year, and coming back and seeing how much they've grown in their faith and how much bigger the community's gotten, because that is kind of the goal of Young Life, is to bring people in and to build,
Mm-hmm.
So it was cool to see the growth and just to hang out. I'm really chill, so I just hanging out with people.
Yeah.
So that's probably my favorite part.
That's awesome. And so then you said you went from Bonao to Jarabacoa.
That's
so
right.
what was the difference between those 2 cities? Why'd you move?
Okay, so we moved to Jarabacoa because that was the whole point of the trip, was to help develop this Young Life camp called Vida Joven.
Okay.
And it's on 15 or 16 acres, I'm not exactly sure. And it's really cool. We poured concrete on top of a roof and dug out some walking trails. But one of the big differences was we're not particularly, it's not super safe for us in Bonao.
Mm-hmm.
So in Jarabacoa, we have all that 15 acres of just camp. So
Yeah.
it was really safe to just roam around, and there's a pool, and we had our own cabins, much more space to go and have conversations with people, So I think that was it was. I liked it better because community was why I wanted to be there.
Right. And was it just you guys there, just Oklahoma State at Jarabacoa?
No. Okay. So great question. There was another group that also came the year before, and they had a number of people who we were with last year and worked with.
Mm-hmm.
And there were 2 guys, and I think they had 5 or 6 girls. And it was really cool because, like, I mean, we like text and stuff when we were at school, but it was good to like hang out with those guys again. And same story, just like see how much they've grown and what's going on in their lives and what's happened since then. You know, so that was really good.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for telling me a little bit about your trip, Walker. I appreciate it.
Of course, thank you.